You know, they say breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and I don't really know if that's true or not. Scientifically, I'm not sure it is. There is one complication we need to figure out here. The full English breakfast, or an iconic diner American breakfast. Is there a true winner? We're gonna find out. Hold up 1 second, we have a very important announcement. We recently hit 4 million subscribers. That's 4 times what we had a year ago. So as a very important thank you, we brought in a bunch of you guys into a Discord, and we got into video chats with random people left and right, and we surprised people with free KitchenAid stand mixers. You know, those really good stand mixers that I'm always using, and you guys are like, oh gosh, I don't have one. I'm literally giving them to you. What's up, man? I heard you ditched your girlfriend for this?
I'm scared, man. This was my first relationship since high school.
Do you cook a lot?
Yeah, I do.
Do you have a stand mixer?
You usually need the dough in your hands.
Dude, okay, well then I got you covered. We have one coming your way. Hit up Vikram and I'll get you a stand mixer.
Wait, do you guys require my credit information?
No.
I don't believe that I'm talking to you, bro.
What's up, man? You got a question or any burning questions you ever want to ask me?
I know you're all about chefing, but I was wondering if you play guitar and what's your top 3 songs to play?
Funny answer. I used to play all the time. Now I barely play anymore. I got to the point where I was able to play the whole song of Holy Diver, and that's where I stopped. And I was pretty good at it. It wasn't bad. Do you cook a lot by chance?
Yes, I do. I'm in love with your butter chicken recipe.
Are you ever planning on making bread or anything like that? Like, would you want a stand mixer for that?
Man, that's like an amazing thing for you to offer. I don't know how to.
It's already done. It's done. You can grind your own meat. You can do all the things you need to do with it. You can have the whisk attachment, all the things.
You're gonna make me cry, brother.
I love it. Are you using a stand mixer or what are you using?
I'm waiting one for my birthday.
Waiting for one for your birthday. Well, if they haven't gotten it yet, I can get you one right now. You want it?
Of course.
Okay, done. It's done.
Oh my god, I love you. Can you give me a kiss?
Papa kiss you. Do you have all the equipment you need? You're all set up. You got the stand mixer.
Hell yeah, bro. I spent so much money watching you.
Oh shit. I'm sorry. Hey, what's up, man?
So I'm 22 and I graduated. Nothing related to cooking at all. Now I'm making fresh dough. What would you say is the next step?
In terms of advancing your food, keep pushing yourself. Buy more cookbooks. Look at the weird cookbooks. Get new equipment. Do you have all the equipment you need? Do you have the stand mixer that I use all the time?
We got one, but I don't know if it's the same one.
You have the stand mixer that I use all the time, bro? Like,
Oh, dude. My wife loves baking. We have 2 stand mixers.
wow. 2 stand mixers. You're always complaining. Oh, Josh, we can't afford it. Look, it's okay if you can't afford a stand mixer, but I'm trying to give some away. This dude had 2. Who am I supposed to give it to? So we spent about 2 hours doing this, and I was shocked by the amount of people who had a stand mixer. We're very bummed out about it. So we gave away as many as we could, but a lot of you guys kept saying you had one. That was a lot of fun. Like I said, if you're not on the Discord, please, the description, go there, click on it, join the Discord. We'll do more of these. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for 4 million. I cannot express to you how much it means to me, the team, everyone involved. So with all that said, let's make this darn recipe. Okay, so today we are making breakfast 2 different ways. We've got the full English. Alexa, I'm not talking to you, shut up. I'm not even being, it's a robot. Just right off the bat, I have a feeling I may lean more towards the full English only because there's more options, but I'm not sure yet. I have to make it, I have to put it together, do all the right things, bring them together, 2 plates, 1 gentleman and 1 mouth. So with all that said, let's make this, shall we? All right, folks, this is a true showdown. An all-American breakfast versus a full English breakfast. Minus the black pudding, though, because not everyone loves it. Feel free to add if you wish. Now, let's begin with the all-American. Of course, we have to talk about bacon. Very simple. Get the thickest sliced bacon you can find, and for about 2 to 4 people, you can place 4 to 8 slices on a baking sheet lined with aluminum foil, pop that into a cold oven, then set it to 450 degrees Fahrenheit and set a timer for 20 to 25 minutes. And once your timer has gone off, your bacon should be a beautiful golden brown and cooked perfectly. If it's not crispy or dark enough, then just leave it in there until, well, it is. Up to 10 more minutes. Then pull that out, let it drain on a paper towel, and that's your bacon. Next up is our hash browns. Snag 3 chunky russet potatoes, wash and peel them beautifully, then using a box grater, grate all of your potatoes, then place them into a large bowl, season them with salt very generously, toss together, and you're gonna wanna squeeze them pretty aggressively to coax some of that wah-wah out. Then give this a nice rinse underwater, drain them, and place in a dish towel, wrap that up, and wring out as much water as you can. From there, just heat up a medium non-stick pan over medium heat, add in just enough vegetable oil to coat the bottom of the pan, around 2.5 tablespoons. Once the pan is hot, press in some of your potato mixture, enough to fit that pan edge to edge. Then Then let that cook for 3 to 4 minutes or until you get a nice crust and the potatoes are half cooked through. Give it a nice flip, or well, as best you can, and repeat on the other side. Once it's a beautiful brown on both sides and the inside is cooked through, it's done. Season it to taste with salt if needed, then repeat with the rest of your potatoes. Next up is our pancakes. I find it so annoying that people go to buy box mix when in reality it takes literally 3 to 5 minutes just to make your own mix. Sorry to admit it, but you're saving yourself little to no time by doing that. Just a note from Papa. This recipe is from my ultimate pancake guide. The link for that is in the description. You make the batter, optionally let it rest, then heat up a large non-stick pan over medium heat, lightly grease it with cooking spray or vegetable oil, and cook 3 to 4 quarter-cup mounds of batter at a time for about 3 minutes per side, or until you flip and get a gorgeous dark golden brown on both sides and the inside is fluffy and cooked through. Stack and place those to the side on a plate to keep warm as you finish the rest. For the eggs, you can cook them however you want, but typically I see them scrambled, so we're gonna do that. I call this a medium scramble. Not rubbery, but also not super loose and rich like a soft scramble. In a medium non-stick pan, heat up 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter until it's melted and bubbling. Crack 4 to 6 eggs into a medium-sized bowl and give those a nice whisk until they're homogeneous. Then pour those into your pan, then while constantly stirring with a spatula and shaking the pan, cook these bad boys for about 2 to 3 minutes. And look, when I say constantly, I mean constantly. Don't stop the movement. You'll notice that they go from creamy, then they'll thicken, then they'll form curds, and as soon as it's formed curds and there's just a little bit of liquid left and they aren't total rubber, remove them from the heat, season to taste with salt and optionally a little bit of black pepper. And those are your eggs. Listen, if your eggs do happen to go rubbery, well then, papa, no hug. Now, to plate this up, well, you're gonna need a plate. Then place down your fat stack, followed by a pat of butter, some of your eggs, a touch of fresh cracked black pepper on those, and some thinly sliced chives. Add on your beautiful hash browns. And last but not least, your bacon. As crunchy or floppy as you like it. Look, enjoy your bacon however you need. Don't let anyone tell you how to live your life. All right, so we've got our American style breakfast contender. I think it's time to go English. We first must have our bean discussion because it's, well, very important to this dish. Get a medium sauce pot and add 1.5 cups or 350 milliliters of chicken stock, 3/4 of a cup or 180 milliliters of water, 3.5 tablespoons or 53 grams of dark brown sugar, 2.5 tablespoons or 35 grams of tomato paste, a 1/3 cup or 80 grams of ketchup, 3 large cloves of garlic, lightly crushed by hand, give them a little bow. And finally, add 2 sprigs of fresh sage. This was a large sprig, so I did just 1. Set the heat to medium high and bring that to a boil. Then immediately reduce the temperature to low and simmer for 12 to 15 minutes or until slightly reduced. Then add 3 cans of drained navy beans and simmer for another 5 minutes. Then separately combine 1 tablespoon or 14 grams of cornstarch and 1.5 tablespoons or 21 grams of water. Whisk together to create a slurry, then stream and whisk in about half of that into your beans. Let that continue to heat for a few minutes, and if that's thicky-wicky to your liking, then stop there. If not, then add the rest of your cornstarch slurry. Then just season that to taste with salt and pepper if needed and place it to the side to keep warm. Okay, so the mushrooms and tomatoes can be cooked in the same pan, so get a large skillet, add 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter and a generous glug of extra virgin olive oil. Set that over medium-high heat just until the butter is fully melted in. Cut the stems off all your mushrooms if you wish, then add them to your pan stem side up. Yes, the whole darn thing, brother. Be sure to leave enough room on the other half of the pan to then add 2 to 3 clusters of cherry or grape tomatoes. Season to taste with salt, optionally toss in a couple sprigs of fresh thyme. Doesn't that just look beautiful already? It's about to have me boiling. Now, just let those cook without moving them around too much for 3 minutes or until the mushrooms get a nice color. Carefully flip all your mushrooms and cook for another 3 minutes or until the mushrooms get a nice color and the tomatoes are softened, lovely, and caramelized. And keep those warm on the side. Now for your meat, we're not using regular old belly bacon. You specifically need English back bacon. It looks like this. It's essentially the loin from, well, the back of our 3 little pigs. Now, heat up a medium-sized pan over medium-high, coat the bottom with a little bit of oil, then once that's ripping hot, sear off your back bacon for 1 to 2 minutes or until you get some color, then flip and repeat on the other side. You gotta sear this quick, otherwise it'll go dry. If done right, you may consider it over belly bacon. Or, well, maybe not, it's up to you. Once you've seared off your desired amount of back bacon, in that same pan, add in some already cooked sausages of choice, or you can boil your own from raw. That's up to you. These are miniature smoked sausages. Then just simply sear those guys on all sides for about 1 minute, or take it a nice coating of deep brown with a touch of char here and there. About 5 minutes total. Place those to the side to keep warm as well. Think warm, like a hug from Papa. Last but not least is our eggs. I chose to go sunny side up here. And of course, I have a special technique for that. Heat up a non-stick skillet over medium-high, toss in about 2 tablespoons of butter, let it melt completely, and begin to bubble. Crack in 2 to 3 eggs and let those cook just until the whites are set, then baste the top of your eggs with the butter to both cook and flavor the tops. Then once the whites are fully set and the yolk is still Remove your eggies, snag yourself a plate, and begin to assemble. Start off with your hot eggmen, hit them with some fresh cracked black pepper, Papa's favorite flaky salt, followed by a generous helping of your English baked beans, your glistening sausages, seared back bacon, caramelized tomatoes, and roasty mushrooms. Oh, and of course, toast too, although I couldn't fit it on the plate, so maybe just serve that on the side. Also, more specifically, toast goes with both of these plates. I highly recommend any bread you damn well choose. A nice brioche is a classy choice, but there's nothing wrong with a plain white bread. Or heck, you could even go whole wheat if you desire. Don't ask me how to toast the bread. I hope you know. In the toaster, please. Okay, so we have our two beautiful breakfast gentlemen. Now it's time for them to both duke it out in the octagon of flavor. Okay, so we have our all-American breakfast, or well, not all-American. It's just an American-style breakfast. Eggs, bacon, hash browns, pancakes. Of course, the American one is half carbohydrates and half fat. But we're gonna eat this all as one unit. So get a little bit of bacon, a little bit of hash brown, some egg. There's nostalgic, childlike flavor. Wait, hang on. That's not what I meant to say. This brings me back to my childhood. That's what I'm trying to say. Stop making it weird. And maple syrup. Also, why do they always put the pancakes on this plate? Because guess what? Watch what's gonna happen when I do this. Oh, low. There's something better than just adding like tree sap on my scrambled eggs. They're fluffy, they're sweet. I love pancakes. I'm a big fan of pancakes. We know what this tastes like, okay? If you're American, you know exactly what this tastes like. This versus the English breakfast. Will nostalgia win? Will it? Now, you can't have this without toast, just saying. The beans, right off the bat, I'm stoked about these, okay? I love the beans that come with English breakfast. I love them. This is something you just kind of eat all together. You know, you get a little bit of egg, get that yolk running, get a piece of sausage, some beans. I mean, this is like a perfect meal. This is my kind of an experience. Look how many ways you can eat this. Unlimited adventure. So being born and raised in America, I feel a little wrong saying this. Personally, the eating experience of an English breakfast is superior. All the different flavors, all the different textures. You can eat multiple things, some with toast, some without toast, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's how I like to eat. But the American style breakfast, you can't forget about the beauty of a pancake, the beauty of a hash brown, all right? I'm not saying this is better than that, but collectively as an experience, I enjoy this one more. You wanna know what else is full of Papa's glistening sausage? B-roll. All right, guys, and that is it. So we made our English breakfast versus American style breakfast. Who is the winner? At the end of the day, it's a subjective choice, really. They're both delicious. They're both absolutely fantastic. I'm not from England, but I'm still choosing the full English because I just like to taste multiple things. Yes, the American style breakfast offers that, but there's not as many layers of flavor as I would want there to be. Regardless of what I say, the choice is yours. You pick it. Here's the ingredients. Here's the recipes. So with all that said, if you enjoyed this video or you learned something, leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you